Hello?
Hey, looking for Sean?
Yes,
Sean, this is Brandon. I'm a realtor. I see you're selling your house on your own. Am I right?
that's correct.
Listen, I was hoping to tell you why I called, and then you can decide if we need to talk. Fair enough?
I mean, you're like the 17th person to call me in the last hour. So if you're calling me to list my home, I'm not interested.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%. I bet you got every Tom, Dick, and Harry calling you trying to list your house. Am I right?
Yeah, like I said, you're like the 17th, 18th person last hour, and I'm not trying to list with a realtor right now, but if you have a buyer, I'll give you 3%.
Perfect, because I'm not interested in listing your house at all. And I know how annoying it could be with all these people calling you. Let me ask you, when you do get an offer, do you need time to stay in the house or can you get out right away?
I mean, do you have somebody who's interested?
We've got lots of buyers. Let me ask you, how old are the windows on the property? I see it online. Tell me about that real quick.
Windows are 10 years old. Everything's pretty new.
And the roof?
Roof is, I think it's around 5 years old. But like I said, if you have a buyer that you come across, I'm more than happy to give you 3%, but not interested in, furthering a conversation if this is about listing.
Yeah. And to be clear with you, just so we're on the same page, I didn't want to call and upset you. I can sense that you're frustrated. The last thing that I wanted to do was call and piss you off. I'm literally trying to have a conversation. Are you open to at least talking if it made sense? And be honest. Because if you're not, I'm good either way.
That's hard to say no to. Yeah, sure, I'd be open to it.
Because, dude, listen, let's face it. The market is incredible. You're going to sell this house on your own. Don't worry about what all these other realtors are calling and telling you. I'm just interested to find out. I mean, you got a phenomenal house. Why in the world would you even sell it? Because that's the thing I don't understand, Sean. I see this beautiful home on Zillow. Why are you guys moving?
I mean, with the family all grown and everything, we don't really need the amount of space that we have. So we're just trying to downsize and, get a place that better suits our needs.
Got it. And how much are you asking for this house right now?
I'd like to get 600. I'm not sure if that's overpriced or not, but I'm going for 6.
I mean, it seems like a phenomenal price. Why just 600?
You probably know more of this than I do, but I mean, home sold down the street for 590, and so I'm not sure if I can get, that or more. So I thought, try it out for 600, see what happens.
All right, listen, I need to leave to go to another appointment, but before I let you go, I need to ask you one question. I want you to shoot me straight. Can you do that for me?
Sure.
If I brought you an offer at 600 or more, would that be a problem? And I want you to be honest with me.
No, of course not. I wasn't sure if I could get above 590. Like I said, I mean, if you have an offer for 600, yeah, I'll take it.
Here's what I recommend. We don't know each other from Adam. You've never met me. I have no idea what you're like. I've never seen your house. Why don't you invite me over, take a look at the home? When I'm there, I will show you a strategy and how I can bring you an offer. And then you could decide if I'm the type of person you want to do business with. Does that seem reasonable?
It does, but like I said, I'm not interested in listing it right now.
Beautiful. And I'm not interested either. Let's be really clear. I'm talking about one day in the future. If 30 days goes by and we're still talking, at some point, you got to look at another option. Am I right? Come on.
That's correct.
All right. I'm not talking about today. I just told you I believe you could sell the house on your own. I'm talking about in the off chance, Sean, and both you and I know that day probably won't come. 30 days from now, at some point, you got to look at some other options if you don't get your offer. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, if I don't sell it on my own, obviously I have to work with a realtor, unfortunately.
And that is the only thing I'm interested in. So I promise when I see you this week, I will not even bring up listing the home. I'm just going to walk you through my backup plan for something for you to fall back on. Does that seem reasonable? Because you seem like a reasonable guy that you're not going to do anything unless it makes sense. Am I right?
Sure. Yeah.
And the second you sniff, you smell something weird, you can kick me out of your house immediately. Is that fair?
Yeah, fair enough.
We'll be together for 15 minutes. I can do Friday or Saturday morning. What works better for you?
Let's go with Saturday morning.